Oh, didn't see you guys there. But since you're here, welcome back to Travis Eats the World. I am Travis, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, go ahead and enjoy the rest of the videos I have on this channel for you today and for the rest of your days. And since you guys are here, I would appreciate if you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But let's get back into this video. Today we'll be talking about my top 5 fears of all time. Top 5 of all time. And right now, I will be eating while I be talking, like always, you know. Gotta eat, because this is Travis Eats the World. Plug. Right now, I got there's oxtails, spilling the juice, with cabbage and coconut rice. So, brought to you by my mom. I love her food. But without further ado, let's talk about it. Top 5 fears of all time. Number 5. A lot of people have this fear. I'm no different. It's heights. I don't go up ladders. I don't go dancing on the roofs. But I am afraid of heights. It's crazy, but I love roller coasters. But it's crazy because I like being scared. Like being up high in the air and you see, and that drop is crazy. But you will never catch me willingly going up a ladder or just chilling on the roof somewhere doing something weird. Like, that is not me. That's not what I do, because I'm scared up there. I could slip, fall, and break both my legs, and that will not be a good time for anybody involved. So I try to stay away from heights as much as possible. But that's something light. But oh man, I love oxtails. If oxtails are wrong, I don't want to be right. This coconut rice, mom, man, the first time I made it, it's really good. Cabbage. Now, Travis, make sure you eat your cabbage. I love cabbage. Now, number 4. A lot of people also have this fear too, but mine has a deep meaning behind, not deep meaning, but it stems from a lot of things I've gone through, was claustrophobia. And I can be in a small space, but mine has to do like when I'm driving, and like on either side of me, I may have like a barrier, and then like on the other side, no, opposite side of me, I'll have like a big 18-wheeler, and that right there, combined together, the wall and the 18-wheeler, I feel like the wall's just closing on me. I started getting tensing up. I put both hands on the wheel, because you know I drive one hand like that, but start tensing, I can feel it. My anxiety starts kicking in, my heart starts beating fast. It's hard to breathe sometimes, but that's a different feeling when you're just driving and out of nowhere happens. Because I think I'm worried about getting squished, which is I don't want to say it's unlikely, but it happens, and that is scary, being squished. You know, the guardrail or the little cinder blocks they got, and like an 18-wheeler. Excuse me. Man. I remember one time I was coming back from, I forgot where I was coming from, and then like the freeway was being slowly but surely taken. They're taking lane by lane by lane, so next thing I know, 4 lanes are gone. Just one lane, and I pinned up, I'm basically almost against the wall. And I really worry about stuff like that, but that's probably a fear I'll probably never get over. It keeps me on my toes when I'm driving. Like, I don't know. So let's go to number 3. And it's where I'm looking at my notes right here of what my top fears are, but it's where I got them mixed up weird. But number 3 is hair loss. Like, as you see, I've had these dreads right here probably for like almost 6 years. Going on 6 years. You can't see how long they are because they're braided right now. Shout out to my stylist. But I worry about going bald. Like, I got friends who are either my age or a little younger, and they're bald already. Like, I know you're not supposed to put so much into your hair, but I feel like when the hair is a part of me, it's more than just hair. It's an extension of who I am and what I stand for and what I believe. And I can't imagine myself just like having no hair, because like I've had these for like 6 years. It took me about like almost 6 months to a year to grow my hair before I started growing my dreads. Then before that, I had another set of dreads, and I cut those. And then even before that, I had braids, in an afro, I guess you would say, for like almost 10 years. So that's 10, that's 16, almost 17 years worth of hair growth. And that's over half of my life. And those times I've been trying to grow my hair out and it just didn't work out. Like I tried to have a high top back in the early 90s when I was younger, but I couldn't take care of it myself. So it was just, let's cut it, have my dad cut it. It happens. Now, this next one, some people don't have, well, a lot of people don't know it or don't have it as a fear, but I personally do. If you've ever been to the beach with me, been to like the ocean or anything like that, you know I am terrified of seaweed. Now, it sounds funny when you think about it, like, oh, I'm a big, strong dude and I'm afraid of little seaweed. But seaweed is alive. And when I used to live by the beach back in San Pedro, I used to go to the beach very often, like probably every other day. That's why the beach is not a big deal to me now, but I love taking my kids there. That's neither here nor there. But I was out one time, I think I was 12, that was between 10 and 12, and I was just boogie boarding. And I was out deep. I always go out deep in the ocean because I've always loved the water. I swear, I love the water. But I was going, caught a nice wave. It was a beautiful day, caught a beautiful wave. Then out of nowhere, the seaweed got a hold of my ankle. Now, a lot of people don't know seaweed is alive. And when you feel, it's everything's happening so quick. It grabbed me, I panicked. That's the worst thing you can ever do in any situation is a panic, but sometimes we cannot help it as human beings. I panicked and I almost drowned. This is not the first time I'm almost drowned a couple times before. The water, I'm still not scared of the water, but this seaweed, what is that? Almost took my life. Like it's weird, like being so big and masculine, and it's like this little seaweed came and almost took me down. Like it's funny now, but then when it happened, I was scared out of my little swimming trunks. Like that scarred me for life. Even to this day, like if I go to the beach with certain people, they will literally pick up seaweed and chase me with it, knowing dang well I am terrified. Like some people don't believe me until they see it in person. Like it sounds funny when you really think about it, but when I'm there and you see me, you see like, oh, this is something real. Like this is not something just jokes about. Like, oh yeah, let's be afraid of seaweed. No, it's real. It's real in the film. We need some more of this oxtails. I forgot I was having food. I'm talking a lot, not eating a lot. But let's recap. 5, scared of heights. 4, claustrophobia. Subtitle: being pinned in between an 18-wheeler and the wall when I'm driving on the freeway. Number 3, hair loss. I think a lot of guys are afraid of hair loss, but they get over it. Some people are cool with it. Some people look better without hair. I don't know, I got a big head and it's, look, I got a 5-head. Look at this. And this is a 5-head. And how you know if your forehead is big, put your 4 fingers right here. If you got any space, 5-head. Well, that's what someone told me, but I don't know. But yeah, I got a big forehead. So keep the hair growing. Number 2 was seaweed. Still afraid of seaweed. And I don't think I'm never going to get over that because that was very traumatic. I see why people I'm scarred for life from that. That is just wow. Now I wonder if you guys can guess what my number 1 is. So I want you guys to pause the video, go down to the comments, and try to guess what my number 1 fear is. Don't worry, I'll wait. Type it in. And my number 1 biggest fear, some people don't know until they're in this situation, it's feeling helpless. You be like, Travis, what do you mean feeling helpless? Like, you're a big guy, like you should never feel helpless. Like you're strong, young and healthy. But I'm not talking about towards me. So a couple years back, my daughter got sick. I had to go visit her in the hospital. And they pulled out this big old stretcher. I mean, a stretcher that I've been on a stretcher a few times. that I would be on. And she's just a little baby. Like, she was like 2 or 3 years old. And I was like, yeah, she had to be 2. And I just seen her in so much pain, and like I couldn't do nothing for her. Like if you know me personally, you know I do not call off of work. Always early to work. But that day I had to call off because my daughter, something was wrong with her. And as a father, as a mother, as a parent, grandparent, that's one of the worst things in the world, is being feeling helpless. Like, you can just, like, I can do so many things, but I could not help her then and there. And that always weighed on me. It's the feeling of feeling helpless. Like, that hurts so much. It's like, just thinking about it, you kind of get choked up. But and like, when you get older, you see what some of your parents went through, especially with mine, because I was like, I think probably in the hospital like every other month or so. But it's sometimes like medical, sometimes like one time my thumb right here was back here. I remember my dad had to leave work. I know he was mad. So I get my work ethic from him and my mom, but I know he was mad. He had to leave work to come deal with me, and then like, they couldn't see me like 2.5 hours. So my thumb, this one right here, was back here. It's not supposed to do that. Like I'm pulling on my thumb. It was back here. I remember another time. I was crazy. I was talking to my mom about this story too today. I ran into her coffee table, and my pinky toe, how all your toes face up, my pinky toe went like that. And it was funny. That's the first time my mama ever heard me curse. It was funny. Like, my friend John was there. We're supposed to go to the movies, but I ran into the coffee table. Like, man, I'm always getting hurt. I landed on like, if you're older and you're watching videos, you remember the green electrical boxes? I fell on top of one of those and almost got electrocuted to death. That was funny. What else? I've had a lot. I tore ligaments in this same. I think it was this time. I tore ligaments in it during playing football. I had a lot of injuries. Like, this is wild. I remember one time I almost shattered this hand right here, and it makes a weird noise now when I press on it. It makes a weird noise. But my number one biggest fear is feeling helpless. Like, if my kids ever need me, I want to be able to help them in any facet of life, no matter how old they are. But that feeling helpless just tore me apart. Like, I don't know. Like, some people are good under situations like that. But me, I tried to be strong for her. But deep down inside, I couldn't handle it. I was breaking down. And then, but shout out to I wish I remember the paramedics' name. They were so nice. Sorry. And like, I remember I had to sit up front, and like the other paramedic in the back let my daughter use his phone to watch. I forgot what she was watching on. She was watching Netflix, so I forgot. But they were so cool. Shout out to the people who help people, paramedics, firefighters. But those are my top 5 biggest fears of all time. So this is Travis signing out. Eat, pray, love. And I'll catch you on the next video.